And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome! You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say.
Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to Coin Place Tarot. My name is Coin. I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. As a set of quick announcements, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That way, when uploads are made, you see what the stars are trying to say to you. Also, if interested, individual reads are back up and open. Either message or email me directly. Links on main, and we'll set it up, okay? So, Sag, what are we looking at this round of read? This is going to be your career read for the month of June. Career, as I define it, as opportunities, partnerships, investments, but ultimately our labor, what we put our time and effort into, and what we hope to gain out of it, either that be monetary or otherwise, right? It's not just about the coin, but the coin is definitely nice. So as a preamble to the read, Sag, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse. At times, even if it gets difficult, understand that I, as your tarot card reader, I'm not here to misguide you or mislead you. Trust me, I got 12 signs to do and none of the time to lie to them. Instead, we're going to lay our cards out on the table. And good or bad, come rain or sunshine, we're going to talk about it because at the end of the day, tarot is a conversation, just an energetic one, okay? So follow along with me in your career read today, Sag. And yeah, let's see what the cards say. We're going to do a past, present, future orientation just so that we can get things flowing. Show us the cards we need to see, please, for Sagittarius in this read. We're going to start off with the past. What are the cards we need to see, please, for Sagittarius in this read today? Doesn't break. What are the cards we need to see, please? Past orientation for Sagittarius in their career read today. Okay, Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so recognizing you're just in a skill in your field. Also, Five of Cups. Why so sad with such opportunity? The World. Oh, okay. So, Sag, a chapter closed out very definitively. It was either on its way or just abruptly ended. But I'm looking at Sagittarius who their job, their employee, a contract, etc., whatever that means to you, it came to an end. And as you are accepting this, you're also realizing, no, that entire cycle is complete. It's actually pushing you out and hopefully pushing you up, right? I think you're lamenting, the goodness that was that position, that was that job, that was that opportunity. But with the World drawn there, it's actually trying to push you towards bigger and higher things. Now that you recognize your skill, what do we want to do with it, right? That is a bigger thing that we need to sit with right now. What are we going to do with the life that we have? Because we could stay lamenting, and yeah, there is a time to grieve. I'm not trying to dismiss it at all, Sag. But there's also so much out there waiting for you. Are you willing to go see it? You're already established. You're good at what you do. Eight of Pentacles popped out immediately. That Five of Cups, the sorrow over what was, and now the World. Well, whether we're smiling or crying or a little bit of both, hey, it's okay to be a happy, sad person. A cycle is coming to an end so that another cycle can begin. Will we be ready for what's ahead? Okay, so that was your past. In your present, show us cards we need to see, please, of the here and now for Sagittarius. What's going on in the present? What are the cards we need to see, please? Queen of Swords. Okay, so here are the facts. Four of Cups. Yeah. Are we disappointed with how things ended or how things came out? Sure. But we're now forming that into intentionality, right? Okay, whether I like it or not, it's done, right? And it took a long time for me to accept that. I totally understand that for you, Sagittarius. Believe me, I'm not trying to dismiss you. Um, it's just the notion that with where things are and what we have left, here are the facts. Can I lament over what could have been? Absolutely. But in the here and now, I've got to make a plan. I got to do what I got to do. And as I move on, hopefully to bigger and better and brighter, I'm not going to let the, disappointment, the apathy, the numbness try to overtake me, even though it's definitely going round for you right now, Sag. That's very much clear. But if I say that, things aren't working out, this is definitively over, maybe, just maybe, I need to make intentions elsewhere. I need to push myself in different areas. I need to go elsewhere, right? The facts are the facts. That Queen of Swords is, she's very useful, but she can come off as kind of a cold-hearted bee, if you know what I'm saying. Here are the facts. I can't sit here crying about it anymore. I've had enough time to do that. I can pick myself up. What is the next plan? And let me put my creativity to the test. Intentionality. That's what's going to get me through. Now that we got all of that on the board, let's look towards the future orientation. Show us the cards we need to see, please. Future orientation for Sag in this read. Sagittarius, what are we looking at? Held and the what if. Star. Okay. We kept hope alive. Why so? Eight of Swords. The issue of powerlessness pushes us towards an obvious choice. The Hierophant. Follow your journey, regardless of who opens to it or not. Okay, card of Taurus, and underneath it all, Page of Wands, Optimism. I'm trying to figure out the words to say this, Sag, because it can come off a little bit jarring, but there's really, I want to be effective with it while also being nice, right? I want to hold space for both. The star, the card of Aquarius, is meant to symbolize the hopes, the dreams, the aspirations that in a sea full of darkness, we still have our one light shining and we guide ourselves towards that point, right? The reason we feel so powerless is because we're still trying to invest into opportunities and timelines that don't exist there, right? The star is not meant to be unreachable. It's just meant to be very far to attain, right? Hope means nothing without action. And so I think the reason that the Eight of Swords is coming out there is because we keep on lamenting, oh, why did this have to change? Why did this have to change? Because there's more out there. Why can't you just go back to you used to be? Because you're not the person you were back then, right? This is pushing you in an intentional direction, and that's why the Hierophant came out. Don't stray from your path. You need to actually start walking in it again. So that star to the Eight of Swords, yeah, is it the most funnest experience right now? Absolutely not. But if we keep hope alive, we can also say that it comes in different forms. I have to follow my journey, not my convenience. Okay? So I knew that would come out kind of tough. But the Page of Wands, the optimism that is still underpinning all of this is that, yeah, I had to accept that something came to an end in the past. In the present, yeah, it's kind of tough right now. I'm not going to lie to myself, but I have what it takes to push through. Now, the star is not meant to just be hoped for. It's meant to be lived, right? What does it mean to move beyond the state of desperate hope? Because you're not coming from that space anymore. If you were to live in your truth, the Eight of Swords wouldn't be there. We cannot say we don't know the answer at this point. The answer is not looking back at this. The answer is saying, maybe I got pushed out of that for a reason. And no matter how much I'm tempted to reflect or, go back, I need to just go through with it and follow whatever plan I made. Follow my journey, follow that dream. Okay. Next, cards of connection. We'll connect advantages, please. The bridging gap between all time-based orientations within Sagittarius' career reading. What's going on between the past and the present? Between the what was and the what is. Show us cards we need to see, please, for Sag in this read. Because, yeah, I think there's this consistent element of holding on, but it's not coming from the best place. Because, again, it's a life that's familiar, but it's not suiting your best interests right now. Five of Pentacles, yeah. So this got taken away from you, and financially, you're definitely feeling it right now. But you're feeling left out because it was jarring, not because that wasn't the right thing for you. Okay? Six of Pentacles, the everyday thing we invest into, that is what's going to build up to what we need to do and what we need to build. Three of Pentacles, this is done in a group. This is done amongst people. This is done amongst others. Right now, Sag, whatever opportunity closed out for you, it is trying to actually push you towards maximizing not only what you do, your passions, but also the people that you need to talk to make that thing happen. That's what's going on right now. I know it doesn't feel like that at all, but the reality of it is it cannot be done without other people. We can lament over what didn't go right, or we could make things go right. That horn is annoying. Luckily, it's not my car, but anybody gonna go get that? Next, what's going on between the present and future orientation for Sag in this read? Between the here and now and the what if. What cards do we need to see, please, for Sagittarius? Three of Wands. Okay. Good. Why are we now putting anticipation instead of lament? Nine of Wands. Interesting. Why the Nine of Wands? The Queen of Pentacles. There we go. When I remind myself of what I'm worth, I actually open up my own doors, right? The Nine of Wands coming out saying, okay, the more that we lament over closed doors, the more those doors firmly shut, right? It's not going to open. And that is okay. Here and now, the positivistic spin, it's pushing me out for a reason. I'm not in a state of accepting it just yet, but now when we move from our current present where we're in this, emotional limbo about, did I get fired? Did I have to leave something behind? In the future, we're going to realize that, this lamenting over the past ain't going to do me nothing. So what are we left to do? We're meant to go live. And that Queen of Pentacles coming out, no, actually, this might be good for me. Are we at the state of being there yet? Absolutely not, Sag. I'm not trying to, speed run you through that. But the heart of the matter, truth of the matter, if we feel it's not getting any better, then maybe my building of community, of people, of spaces is somewhere else. All of these things have been pushing you out for a reason. When you embrace that reason, that's when it's time for everything to change. Underneath it all, Ace of Cups. A new fulfillment, new opportunity to have your water overflow. It can very much be there, but it ain't here anymore. That's done. Let us move on to where you need to be, not lament over what was. Okay? Finally, as we move towards resolution, define the major arcana from across the table in this read for Sag. We'll start with the world. Why did this cycle close out? Because we understand the what and the if that already happened because it's in the past orientation. I guess the question here with Sag is why. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, to find that world and push forward. Seven of Wands. I think part of us already knew it was coming to an end. The reason that it is closing out or that it completely went out of your hands, Sag, is because, and I think there's also other situations happening in your life beyond work where you wouldn't move without it, right? You would not seek better for yourself if this is also happening with you right now. Is it convenient at all? Absolutely not. But is it pushing you to go to where you need to go to? Absolutely. You're going in the right direction right now. And so, hey, if Sagittarius, if the only thing that's binding you here is, well, at least I have this job. At least, since when has Sag ever operated from at least? That's quite literally antithetical to your star sign, to your energetic pathway. Sagittarius is the archer. They aim for at most. They aim for across the horizon, across the sky. They shoot their arrows, right? The moment we start saying at least is the moment that, things start happening in the most chaotic way for Sagittarius, because it's not ultimately for your benefit. So that's why it's closing out. Does it feel like that right now? No. It just feels like, dang, I'm broke. I don't know what to do. And those two things are true at once, right? I'm not trying to deny your material reality, but the reality is that 7 of Wands, why are we so guarded towards an ending that we already saw coming? We already knew there was a possibility. So now we're forced into the what if. And the universe is forcing you to do that because it needs you to elevate. You wouldn't have done it without it. Okay. Next to the star, King of Wands. You know how better to operate. It's not just hope, it's action. What do we do to apply that to hope? That is what is better, and that's what's going to push you forward. To the Hierophant, 6 of Pentacles. And I know that showed up in your in-between space between the past and the present, Sag, of the everyday things I invest myself into. That is what's going to push me forward and get me out. But now the 6 of Pentacles, okay, well, what about my everyday talents? What about the things that I can seek opportunity in that I haven't even given myself credit for? I think this is such a radical shift for you right now because it's trying to push you towards a lot more, not a lot less. Okay? In a crossing pattern, 10 of Wands, of all the burdens that are carried of here and now, Death, card of Scorpio. No matter how we feel about it, it's not going to change unless we change internally, right? We have to accept this opportunity is over. Am I in a state of financial precarity? Absolutely. Do I need to, shake and bake, make some things happen? Absolutely. All these things are true at once. But me lamenting over something that's already been closed, it doesn't make the target any bigger. It doesn't make the opportunity come back to me. I need to accept that. Because the quicker I can accept that, ultimately the positivistic form of death happens, transformation. I will start to understand why when I have fully accepted it and moved on. Are we there yet? No. Are we getting there? Yes. Resolution, the Chariot, card of Cancer. We are moving into Cancer season at time of recording, so that's good. For the journey that is held ahead, Star, card of Aquarius, popping out again. We keep hope alive. We keep these dreams alive by living. Underneath it all, Justice, card of Libra. Does it feel like everything is being balanced on a scale of equity right now? Absolutely not. Is it though? Yes. It doesn't feel like that, Sag. I get that. But the process is happening the way that it is, ultimately because you were hanging on out of a space of desperation, at least what I can tell in the past. Your 8 of Pentacles already told me, again, first card that you drew in this read, I am skilled. I do not like the fact that an opportunity went away from me, and I'm not accepting that opportunity is going away from me because something better is out there. I need you to push yourself to look in a broader scope. And after you look in that broader scope, ask, what can I do here and now? That's what you're left to do, okay? All the fulfillment is there. Now it's time to go look for it. And it's not located in a closed door. It's just not. So, as a recap of the read, Sag, we lamented over an opportunity that we felt should have panned out but didn't. But ultimately, in the space of financial precarity, employment, etc., we're left to do what we do best, which is rely on our creativity. And our creativity is telling us, hey, move in your manner. Move on your schedule. Move in the ways that will be beneficial towards you. What is not beneficial towards you anymore is lamenting over something that got taken away from you. It got taken away from you because you were holding on out of desperation. Now, when we move forward, what does it mean to hold on out of faith? What does it mean to, okay, I accept that this is over. I accept other aspects of my life is over with this. And right now, it may not be the best feeling in the world, but there's so much more out there for me if I actually open myself up to finding it. And that's where we're going. Little by little, it will happen. That's all I got to read today, Sag. I hope this conversation helped. And yeah, the more we hold on, the more we're forced to let go. Sometimes it's just how it is. I'll see you around, okay? Take care.